Audre Lorde's essay, The Uses of Anger. Women Responding to Racism, originally delivered as a speech at the 1981 National Women's Studies Association Conference, is a compelling exploration of anger as a productive and transformative force in confronting racism. Lorde challenges conventional perceptions of anger, particularly those that dismiss or fear its power, and instead reclaims it as a necessary tool for change. Context and purpose. Lorde's essay addresses the persistent racism within feminist movements and broader society. She critiques white women's reluctance to acknowledge and address their complicity in upholding racist structures. Lorde's primary goal is to redefine anger's role in anti-racist work, emphasizing its potential to illuminate injustice and foster meaningful dialogue. The nature of anger. Lorde begins by distinguishing anger from hatred. While anger arises from the recognition of systemic injustice, hatred is destructive and seeks to obliterate its object. Anger, in Lorde's view, is a justified emotional response to racism and a catalyst for action. She argues that dismissing anger perpetuates the status quo by silencing those who experience oppression. Anger as a tool for change. Lorde asserts that anger is not inherently negative, rather, it is a powerful resource that can be harnessed to expose and confront racism. She emphasizes that anger, when directed constructively, can 1. Expose injustice. Anger brings attention to systemic inequalities and compels others to recognize their complicity in perpetuating these systems. 2. Foster accountability. By expressing anger, marginalized individuals hold oppressors accountable for their actions and demand change. 3. Create dialogue. Anger serves as an invitation to engage in honest conversations about racism, challenging those in power to confront uncomfortable truths. Challenges in responding to anger. Lorde critiques the defensive responses often elicited by expressions of anger, particularly from white women. She identifies common reactions, such as guilt, denial, or attempts to deflect responsibility, as barriers to genuine progress. Instead of viewing anger as a personal attack, Lorde urges individuals to see it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Intersectionality and solidarity. Throughout the essay, Lorde highlights the importance of intersectionality, emphasizing that the fight against racism cannot be separated from other struggles, such as sexism and homophobia. She calls for solidarity among women, rooted in mutual respect and a willingness to confront uncomfortable realities. By addressing their own biases and privileges, white women can become allies in the fight for racial justice. Reclaiming anger. Lorde concludes by reclaiming anger as a source of strength and clarity. She asserts that anger is a necessary response to oppression and a vital component of liberation. By embracing anger rather than fearing it, individuals can dismantle systemic injustices and build a more equitable society. Analysis of the uses of anger. Redefining anger. One of Lorde's most significant contributions is her redefinition of anger as a productive and necessary force. In a society that often stigmatizes anger, particularly in women and people of color, Lorde's argument is both radical and empowering. By framing anger as a response to injustice, she shifts the narrative from one of blame to one of accountability and action. This redefinition challenges stereotypes of the angry black woman, a trope used to dismiss and dehumanize black women's experiences. Lorde's essay confronts these stereotypes head-on, asserting that anger is not only valid but essential in the fight against racism. Emotional honesty. Lorde's insistence on emotional honesty is central to her argument. She acknowledges the discomfort that anger can evoke but argues that this discomfort is necessary for growth. By refusing to sugarcoat her experiences or dilute her emotions, Lorde models the kind of honesty required for meaningful change. Her emphasis on emotional honesty also challenges the tendency to prioritize civility over justice. Lorde critiques the expectation that marginalized individuals must suppress their anger to make others comfortable, highlighting how this expectation perpetuates systemic oppression. Critique of white feminism. A significant portion of Lorde's essay critiques white feminism for its failure to address racism. She exposes the ways in which white women's defensiveness and refusal to engage with anger undermine solidarity and perpetuate inequality. Lorde's critique is not meant to alienate but to challenge white women to confront their biases and take responsibility for their role in systemic racism. This critique is particularly relevant given the historical and ongoing tensions within feminist movements. Lorde's call for intersectionality underscores the need for a more inclusive feminism that addresses the interconnectedness of race, gender, class, and sexuality. Intersectionality and coalition building. Lorde's essay exemplifies the principles of intersectionality, recognizing that racism, sexism, and other forms of oppression are interconnected. Her call for solidarity among women acknowledges these intersections while emphasizing the need for accountability and mutual respect. By addressing the unique experiences of Black women, Lorde challenges feminist movements to broaden their focus and include diverse voices. Her emphasis on coalition building offers a blueprint for creating more inclusive and effective movements for social justice. Rhetorical strategies. Lorde's essay is characterized by its passionate and unapologetic tone. Her use of personal anecdotes and direct language makes her argument both accessible and compelling. By drawing on her own experiences, she provides a powerful testimony to the realities of racism and the transformative potential of anger. Lorde's rhetorical questions, such as, "What woman here is so enamored of her own oppression that she cannot see her heel print upon another woman's face?" challenge readers to confront their complicity in systemic injustice. These questions serve as both a critique and a call to action, urging readers to reflect on their own behaviors and assumptions. Legacy and relevance. The Uses of Anger remains a foundational text in feminist and anti-racist thought. Its emphasis on the transformative potential of anger continues to resonate in contemporary discussions about social justice. Lorde's insistence on emotional honesty and accountability provides a framework for addressing systemic injustices and building inclusive movements. In the context of modern activism, Lorde's essay offers valuable insights into the role of emotions in social change. Her argument that anger can be a catalyst for dialogue and action challenges traditional notions of activism as purely rational or detached. By embracing the full range of human emotions, activists can create more authentic and effective movements. Critiques and limitations. While the uses of anger is widely celebrated, it has also faced critiques. Some argue that Lorde's focus on anger may alienate potential allies or reinforce divisive rhetoric. However, these critiques often overlook the broader context of Lorde's argument, that anger is a response to systemic injustice, not an end in itself. Others question whether anger can always be harnessed constructively, pointing to instances where it may lead to burnout or conflict. While Lorde acknowledges the challenges of expressing anger, her essay does not fully address the complexities of sustaining long-term activism in the face of systemic oppression. Conclusion. Audre Lorde's The Uses of Anger is a powerful and transformative exploration of anger's role in confronting racism and fostering social change. By redefining anger as a productive and necessary force, Lorde challenges conventional perceptions and offers a blueprint for emotional honesty, accountability, and coalition building. Her essay remains a vital text in feminist and anti-racist discourse, inspiring generations to embrace anger as a tool for justice and liberation. In a world still grappling with systemic inequality, Lorde's insights are as relevant and urgent as ever.